We're going to work with two related fractions templates to see how math is presented in Classroom Suite 4. We move into Templates, Math, Fractions and Decimals, and we see a variety of options. One of these is Learning Fractions Models. We open this and we find the name, the description and a picture, and then three important buttons labeled Customize, Preview, and Publish. We're going to begin with Customize. The reason is that we'd like to confine and constrain the denominators of our fractions so that we start with a sample that's pretty easy for us to work with. We'll choose halves, fourths, and eighths and simply say OK, and then we'll preview what we've just customized.
In this activity, you will show fractions.
Click Show Me to learn how to use this activity. Click Practice if you're ready to try some problems by yourself.
You'll want to follow these verbal prompts. By selecting Show Me, you'll see a presentation that demonstrates the educational objectives of the activity. We'll move straight into practice.
Practice. Show 1/4.
The student is presented with a manipulative model. The purpose of this activity, remember that it's called Learning Fractions Models, is to educate the student on what these models are and how they operate. So they populate this fraction bar with equal shares, and then they shade one of those shares to create 1/4. Here they find a second model, which is parts of a set. Again, they create the equal shares, and then after doing so, shade the proper number of shares. If they get the answer wrong, they'll receive corrective and strategic feedback.
Look carefully at the numerator. You showed 2 shaded parts. Show 1 shaded part.
The third and final model with which the student is presented is the model of parts of a rectangle. Here 6/8 are depicted. Now that we've created a successful activity, we'll publish the activity. Click on the Publish button, and we're given an opportunity to rename our activity. It'll automatically be saved in the Published Activities area. We can create a folder if we wish to hold the activity. And so the activity is named and saved. We're prompted to use the template again. Right now we'll move on to another template. Again, in mathematics, fractions and decimals, we'll want to see how the students will use their knowledge of fraction models in adding fractions with common denominators. Again, these same three important buttons, Customize, Preview, and Publish. We'll start with Customize and constrain to fourths and eighths. Click OK and preview our activity.
In this activity, you will add fractions.
I've just pressed the Escape key to bypass the verbal prompts. It can be a handy tip when customizing in Classroom Suite 4. Let's move to practice and see how our activity has been developed.
Practice. Add 2/4 plus 1/4.
We begin with the requirement to click on one of these highlighted buttons. This causes us to create the equal shares of the denominator. We can view this in the parts of a set model, parts of a rectangle model, or the fraction bar model. As we continue on, we populate the fraction bar with the addition sequence. And we're prompted and led to the answer of 3/4 through a cognitive development process.
Add 4/8 plus 2/8.
So this is the kind of activity that we wanted. We'll publish this activity. Again, we're taken to the Published Activities folder. Here we name and save the activity. So it's very quick and easy to customize and publish activities in the area of fractions and decimals. And you'll find the same ease in working in assessments, which are designed as automaticity assessments in the 4 basic operations, early math and counting, sorting, and patterns, whole number operations of addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, and place value, where we work with base 10 blocks. The customization process will be very similar. Enjoy Classroom Suite version 4.